Hey, what's up, everyone? So today we're going to be talking about supplements. And I know that I've already recorded a video on this channel about my supplement stack, but that was like 3 years ago. And, supplement stacks are very subjective. It varies from person to person, just kind of based on your own personal health. So there's been a few changes to my supplement stack. I'm just going to kind of go over those and talk about, first, we're going to talk about some things that haven't changed from the last video. So fish oil, obviously a huge staple, essential at keeping the joints healthy and trying to get to that 16:1 recommended ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats, right? So basically what it does is it counters the inflammation that's naturally caused by omega-6. Omega-6 is by no means a bad macronutrient. It is also an essential fat. So, but unfortunately, too much omega-6 will cause inflammation, and you need some omega-3 to balance it. It's better to get it from your diet, but I do a little both. I'll supplement it, and also, I'll eat fish or avocado or whatever is dense in omega-3. Just based on what I'm eating. All right, moving on here to another one from last time. Obviously, vitamin D3. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Obviously, D3 is a pro-hormone, so it's very important for hormone balance. It's pretty much the first thing you should go for if you are experiencing some sort of hormonal imbalance. Typically, that's what a doctor would go to. If they're doing their job right, they would ask if you're getting enough vitamin D, or they would test your vitamin D levels. And if those are insufficient, then, you approach the next step of troubleshooting. All right, anyway, so next on the list, which is from last time, is L-Theanine. Also another sort of anti-inflammatory, but this is more specific to like depression, anxiety. This is a good anxiety reliever, taken as a supplement. And I always pair it with coffee. So this is just what I have right now. It's really freaking good, by the way. But anyway, theanine and coffee pair very well because coffee just naturally gives you anxiety. It makes you more jittery. So the theanine kind of synergizes with it and takes the edge off a little bit. Next, now this is like a hybrid from last time. I did talk about supplementing spirulina. However, now I don't really do it in pill form. Pretty much I exclusively buy these multi-green synergy kombuchas, just because you're getting a lot done with one shot. You're getting your probiotics, which are obviously going to affect your appetite and what kind of foods you crave. But then also getting sort of the spirulina sort of cleansing effect, as well as micronutrients. The different types of algae that are in this are very dense in chlorophyll and key micronutrients. All right, next down the list, I guess we'll talk about tea real quick. Sometimes I drink tea in place of coffee. That's it for tea. That's about it. All right. Now we're in sort of territory where I was not supplementing these last time, and yeah, obviously it was not part of the video. So the first one here is CBD. Now I've done a video very early on my YouTube talking about CBD and the legality of it and sort of the morality of having CBD be illegal in the first place. It's ridiculous for this to be illegal. It is derived from hemp, or possibly even the female flower. No, it says it's hemp based, so it's from the male plant. But this is another excellent anti-inflammatory, sort of mood booster, and anti-anxiety. If you have any anxiety, this will take the edge off very noticeably in no time. So I started supplementing these every day. I'm going through something right now, and you guys are going to find out soon, but my stress levels are a little bit higher. So yes, CBD, very good for that. Next on the list is magnesium. This is sort of a newcomer. I've been supplementing this for the past month or so, and this is mostly this is more to help with prior injuries. Okay, so I have some pretty bad tendonitis in my hand and my wrist, especially in my left hand here, and I have extremely bad carpal tunnel syndrome. So supplementing magnesium has alleviated the carpal tunnel sort of symptoms as part of a multi-layered attack on the carpal tunnel syndrome, including like rehab exercises. And I'll probably end up talking about it more in depth since I do have a very serious case of carpal tunnel syndrome, like the type that wakes you up in the middle of the night. So I'll go over that in a future video. We'll talk about what I do to alleviate that. But yeah, it's very good for your bones and muscle health as advertised on the bottle. But specifically, like I said, I use it for prior use injury, or overuse, I guess. All right, next one, turmeric. This one is also tied to the carpal tunnel syndrome. There is more anti-inflammatory stuff in my stack than last time, which is why I thought I should just make a completely separate video. And obviously the changes that you've seen here are tied directly to the issue that I have with my wrist. So turmeric is another essential anti-inflammatory that I take. It's always good to take. I take it kind of weird. Like I'll take the pill and then I'll take a little black pepper. I'll literally just grind a little bit into my mouth and chase it. Because black pepper is a sort of a co-nutrient that's going to help you absorb the turmeric more quickly and more effectively. So, yes, also for anti-inflammation. All right, now we're going to talk about a couple of weird ones, just real quick. We're going to touch on them because I didn't talk about these last time. But I believe I was taking milk thistle in the last video. I think I talked about how I was supplementing milk thistle as like an occasional liver cleanse. But now I do straight up dandelion root tea. I do this about once every week, maybe 2 weeks or so. And this is just because of, it's just good to supplement things that are going to kind of help with your liver health, especially if you're consuming high amounts of protein and you just have a high caloric maintenance in general and your liver is working very hard. It's always good to kind of throw something like this in. Now, is it effective? Is it a placebo? I really don't know one way or another. I've read a lot of positive studies on dandelion root, but a lot of people get weird when you start talking about, different flowers and different oils and things like that as used for, health remedies. It's kind of frowned upon. But I notice a difference. I feel better when I am supplementing this, so I'm just gonna go with what my body says. It's just like the science on cold showers. Like people tell me, they're not. There's nothing proving that they're completely effective. Well, I take them. I feel like they're effective. They've been recommended by athletes going back to the 1800s and probably older than that with ice baths. So yeah, I'll just stick to what my body is telling me. But anyway. The last thing we have here, this is not really a supplement, but I just figured it was a good idea to mention this. So I have extremely bad seasonal allergies. When my symptoms kick in, I'm sneezing my face off. It's just like runny nose, inflammation. It is just a pain. I lose my sense of smell. That's a regular thing. But right now I do have my sense of smell. Why? Because I began inoculating myself. I don't know if you can still legally say that on YouTube about wild honey, because that's kind of a naughty word. But I use it to inoculate myself from local allergies. So this is honey that is sourced from the woods behind me. So eating raw, locally sourced honey is going to give you small amounts of the allergens and the pollens that cause your sneezing and all those symptoms. Instead of the pathway going through your lungs, it's going through your stomach, and it's allowing your immune system to sort of handle it in a more controlled manner. So that way, when you breathe it in, your symptoms are a lot less severe. And I've noticed a significant difference. There was multiple months where I didn't have a sense of smell. I didn't attribute it to the big C word thing, but because I've never caught that personally. So I didn't think it was a symptom of that. it was definitely a symptom of local allergies. Keep that in mind too. You know, if you do lose your sense of smell, do you have local allergies? It's something to consider at least, right? But yeah, so this was a key part of, or I would say an essential part, the only part of really inoculating myself from local allergies. Ever since I moved to Florida, I've had it really bad. I never had allergies when I lived up north. But as soon as I moved here, it was just completely, I just went haywire. My system just went complete mayhem. All the way up to, I don't know, about 4 months ago or so. And I used to do the raw honey thing when I lived up in Baltimore, because I had some sort of seasonal symptoms there in the springtime. And that worked. And then I don't know, I stopped doing it after I moved back, and yeah, it just took me a long time to get to it. Anyway, so that was kind of a quick little update on my current supplement stack. Like I said, some things have changed, but it's just based on where I'm at in my life. I'm dealing with a lot of issues with carpal tunnel syndrome, so I have more emphasis on anti-inflammation. And I will talk about carpal tunnel syndrome. I actually have a video completely ready to go, scripted. I haven't shot anything yet, but I really want to go in depth about the sort of the prehab measures that I've taken to alleviate those symptoms. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.